The ongoing coronavirus pandemic has reshaped education in many ways, especially for young children and their families. Many preschoolers who used to receive not only academic, but also social/emotional education and support in a school setting, have spent months at home with parents or caregivers, who are often struggling to juggle their own jobs. The first year of AP Computer Science Principles in 2016-17 attracted more students than any other AP course debut, and participation is on the rise. Still, not all students have access to high-quality computer science education. Currently, less than half of the nation's high schools teach foundational computer science. States are working to broaden participation of students in computer science. Enhancing a once-in-a-lifetime event, such as a wedding proposal or ceremony, with the right song takes the experience to a whole new level. It adds a personal touch that makes for ongoing memories, as couples have the opportunity to play the song at anniversaries or other special events through the years. Testing one's drinking water can be intimidating to a household well owner, but it can be easy if you know a few basic steps, says the National Groundwater Association, NGWA. If you are concerned about your well water, these 3 steps can help get owners the appropriate tests for contaminants that might present a health risk, or create taste, odor, or appearance problems. Whether for escape, enlightenment, or pure joy, books allow us to connect to other places and times. Fortunately for the millions of Americans who have impaired vision or a physical disability, there are Braille and talking books from NLS. NLS is the National Library Service for the Blind and Physically Handicapped, part of the Library of Congress. In the coming weeks and months, America will begin attempting to restart the economy and hopefully take steps toward a semblance of a new normal. However, even as this process gets underway, our economy has been shaken to its core with ramifications that will reverberate for some time to come. After more than 45 days in lockdown, it's no surprise that many people are going a tad stir-crazy. But it's far worse for seniors. Not only have visits from their kids and grandkids been suspended, but there's the extra stress that comes with the nagging suspicion that they'll be advised to remain on lockdown long after younger people begin trickling back to work and the world starts opening up. Whether you are returning to an office or upgrading a home office, nothing refreshes a business or residential space like new, high-quality flooring. The right flooring can help add style and warmth to a kitchen, infuse energy into a workout room, and lend an air of professionalism to an office. Now is the perfect time to enhance your space with new flooring as you welcome more guests to your home. Cryptocurrency continues to make waves through the financial world, and more everyday Americans are getting in on the action. Companies such as CoinMe are making cryptocurrency accessible to everyone. The company has announced an expanded partnership with Coinstar, the global leader in self-service coin counting, to launch more than 350 Bitcoin-enabled transactions. People across the globe are consuming more sugar than ever. The fallout of this worldwide added, processed, and refined sugar addiction comes at a very high price: our health. Brad Woodgate, self-made serial entrepreneur and nutrition industry expert, is taking on sugar with his first book, No Sugar in Me, which was just published earlier this month. Toys for Tots is the nation's flagship children's Christmas time charity, but the program extends to helping children and families in need year-round. As children gear up for the new school year, the Toys for Tots literacy program continues its successful back-to-school books campaign in the hopes of doubling their literacy efforts. The best way to know if you have high blood pressure is to monitor it. Having your blood pressure monitored by a health professional at least once per year and regularly monitoring it yourself at home and discussing your numbers and a healthy lifestyle plan with a doctor is a great way to control your blood pressure, says Willie Lawrence, MD cardiologist and AHA volunteer expert. achieving net zero carbon emissions in plants and operations by 2030. That's the updated commitment to environmental sustainability that the world's leading kitchen and laundry appliance company just announced this month. To get there, the company has been installing even more wind turbines and solar panels to help power its sites and distribution centers with renewable energy. Almost everyone has taken medication for something, whether it is as simple as an over-the-counter, OTC, pain reliever for a headache, an allergy medicine, or an antibiotic to combat an infection. However, with OTC medication in particular, most people rarely use an entire package and often let medication linger in the cabinet until it is past, sometimes long past, the expiration date. More than 600 diversity and inclusion experts and leaders of financial services firms recently came together for a virtual discussion about how to increase racial and gender diversity in the financial planning profession. The CFP Board Center for Financial Planning's third annual Diversity Summit also convened financial planning practitioners, college and university academic program directors, Once upon a time, many people proposed to their significant other with grandma's engagement ring. There's something to be said for family tradition. However, whether or not you inherit a piece of heirloom jewelry, there's something unique and personal about a modern, handmade, custom engagement ring. A combination of stress, lack of sleep, and increased time squinting at screens as a result of the ongoing coronavirus pandemic means that our eyes are working harder than ever. Although there is cause for optimism, video meetings and face masks will likely be with us for some time. That means that all eyes are on our eyes and the wrinkles surrounding them. It's common knowledge that excessive skin exposure, not only to the sun but also to environmental pollutants, can promote inflammation and lead to skin damage. But Phyto-C Skincare, a scientifically based skincare company, combines the latest pharmaceutical science with natural antioxidants to develop skincare products that help restore and protect the skin. Have you ever thought about what it might be like to relive the best moments of your life, and be able to share them with others? Maybe it's the dance floor at your wedding, or the birth of your child or his or her first birthday. Maybe it's that touchdown that led your team to victory in the last seconds of a game. With today's mobile virtual reality technology, it's possible to create VR memory. If you've ever experienced a flooded home from a busted hose on a washing machine, dishwasher or refrigerator, you know the indescribable feeling of relief when a tradesman shows up at your door. Without hesitation, skilled tradesmen work in all weather conditions and often in the most undesirable places, like a muddy basement or crawl space, to repair the faulty water line. Ask most seniors if they want to age independently in their own homes, and they likely will say yes. Surveys show 95% of people over the age of 75 desire to age in place, and about a quarter of seniors live alone. These numbers are just the beginning. Baby boomers are now turning 65 at a rate of about 8,000 a day, according to AARP. For those who have never consulted a dentist about treatments for sleep apnea and snoring, it may be time to make an appointment. Dental sleep medicine is a growing segment of dentistry that focuses on managing snoring and sleep apnea with oral appliance therapy, an effective alternative to the standard treatment of the disease, the continuous positive airway pressure, CPAP, machine and mask. When it comes to filing taxes, it might as well be brain surgery. It may not require forceps or retractors, but on the complexity scale, tax law ranks pretty darn high. The US tax code is so dense, the tome could be a deadly weapon in the right hands. Suffice it to say, filing your taxes is confusing, and where confusion leads, misconceptions are sure to follow. President Barack Obama's second inauguration, so serendipitously held on the birthday of Martin Luther King Jr., wasn't just a transcendental moment for Americans. The day resonated for thousands, but for Nigerian noblewoman, it was magic, instructive, a beautiful experience. America's elderly are one of the fastest growing segments of the population. As a group, senior citizens over age 85 are expected to double between now and 2030. While people are wondering what Social Security will look like in the coming years, senior housing is another rising concern. Some families are in a position to shelter older relatives, but others are looking at nursing homes. In so many ways, foreclosure is an end. It's a bank's last resort, and the sad final chapter for a family sold on the American dream of home ownership. But in another sense, foreclosure is also a beginning, a never desirable, but often useful, tool that can help stave off neighborhood blight and create a path toward rejuvenation. Most of us didn't expect the glittering technology on the Jetsons to make an appearance in reality, at least not in this lifetime. But, a machine that sounds suspiciously like Jane Jetson's automatic food preparer has already been perfected, except it only prepares pizza. That's right, an automated pizzeria. With the single push of a button, hungry eyes can watch the making of the pizza. Aging gracefully is made easier through a focus on maintaining good health as you age. For women especially, this is no easy feat. But, as women age, maintaining a healthy lifestyle remains important, and there are a few issues that should be top of mind in 2013. Diet and lifestyle choices must be tailored to address common women's health issues, including the risk of heart disease. The temperatures are rising, and so are the numbers of vehicles on the road. Summer is right around the corner, bringing with it a number of road trips to the beach for many families. Avoid putting a damper on your travel plans by following these summer vehicle maintenance tips from your loyal friends at Firestone Complete Auto Care. Once childhood cancer patients have been declared cancer-free, most are not completely out of the woods. More than 60% of childhood cancer survivors experience late effects of cancer treatment resulting in chronic conditions. The New England Journal of Medicine says nearly half of all late effects are severe, life-threatening or disabling. If used moderately and as directed, prescription medicines help ease many health conditions and cure others. But some people don't know the risks of keeping medications unsecured in the home, especially medications that have a high potential to be abused, such as stimulants, tranquilizers and pain relievers. Easy to find medicines can be abused by anyone entering a home, especially teens. Do you remember having your fingers slammed in the car door as a kid? Or maybe you were scolded by your parents for scratching the car next to you when the wind blew the door open. How about seeing someone balance on one leg trying to pry a heavy door open while holding 4 grocery bags? It's safe to say we've all experienced one of these real-life door struggles. The arrival of the new year means new decisions for students planning their futures and seeking a career path that not only suits their strengths, but also brings them satisfaction and security. The transportation industry in the United States continues to experience a workforce shortage, and may be the ideal path for hands-on learners whose talents and interests may be well suited for the career. The Australian-based biotech company, Propanc Health Group, which has been developing proprietary treatments for cancer patients suffering from solid tumors such as pancreatic, ovarian, and colorectal cancers, has changed its name to Propanc Biopharma Incorporated, according to its board of directors, who approved the corporate name change. Lower back pain can be a short-term or chronic problem that can strike anyone of any age at any time. Whether you have a desk job or are on your feet all day, you are likely to experience an episode of lower back pain at some point in your life, along with tens of millions of others. At best, lower back pain is an annoyance; at worst, it is debilitating and interferes with work, leisure activities. According to consumer data from 2011, 87% of polled shoppers believe that small businesses are a critical component to economic health in the US. That 87% is spot on. Small businesses employ nearly half of all private sector workers and provide 42.9% of the private sector payroll. In addition to generating jobs, thriving locally owned establishments raise real estate values. Hollywood to the Himalayas, A Journey of Healing and Transformation by Sadhvi Bhagawati Saraswati. The enlightening memoir of a reluctant spiritual seeker who finds much more than she bargained for when she travels to India. As a Stanford grad getting her PhD in psychology, Sadhvi Saraswati was comfortable with her life. As the approach of warmer weather draws more COVID-19 weary people outside, the allure of being in nature and out on the water is inspiring a boom in the fishing boat business. Regular fishermen and novices are eager to get out and enjoy the challenge and contemplation that comes with pond and lake fishing. But, this type of fishing presents some barriers. An estimated 50 million people in North America wear contact lenses, precisely correcting their vision while offering ultimate flexibility to be physically active and look their best. Healthy eyes require good contact lens wear and care habits, yet sometimes adults and teens struggle to remember. People who love their contacts often have the best intentions to follow instructions. In the 50s and 60s, certain classes, such as home economics and woodshop, were required in most high schools. Maybe that's why Americans are so fascinated with handcrafted projects. This new revolution, called the maker movement, is where people create and market products from raw materials, and the movement has given rise to websites such as Kickstarter, Etsy, Pinterest, and Maker Faire. One of the greatest challenges to long-term space travel is the inherent difficulty in delivering supplies to the astronauts. However, the advent of 3D printing technology allows astronauts to create many useful items, such as emergency tools, on-site while serving on the International Space Station, ISS. Using 3D printing to create certain supplies greatly reduces the need for expensive supplies. Almost any room can be transformed into a picture-perfect space by lighting it based on the room's configuration and focusing on its aesthetic features and blind spots. According to the American Lighting Association, ALA, appropriate interior lighting will reduce shadows, highlight textures and draw attention to just the right areas. While turning 50 may be the new 30, it also comes with its own challenges, unlike any other age, be it mental, emotional, or physical. This is also the time your doctor will likely start urging you to get a colonoscopy, even if you do not have a history or any symptoms. However, what used to be a dreaded, albeit necessary and routine procedure, has now become much less invasive. Many movie makers are seeking a secure home to distribute their films and monetize their productions. They are turning to companies like the movie studio. According to its CEO, Gordon Scott Venters, most independent producers are aware of their need to retain a skilled and connected distribution company like the movie studio to properly monetize their films. Celebrate the season with the softest fabrics and festive favorites for every memory-making moment: holiday graphic tees and distressed jeans with all the details. Buffalo plaid paired with sculpting jeans for all your casual holiday traditions. And super soft jeggings under snuggle-up sweaters. Discover all of our trending holiday favorites at your nearest Maurice's store and online. If the blanket of pollen coating every car in the lot hasn't clued you in yet, the torrential rainstorms may do the trick. After a sluggish start, spring is in full swing, and summer is on its way. That means you're running out of weekends to designate to spring cleaning. It also means it's time to beautify the backyard, yes, now. Whether you're considering the resale value of your home or are simply resigned to doing maintenance projects to keep your house in good condition, your lawn and garden could certainly benefit from some TLC of the home improvement variety. The exterior of your house commands most first impressions, and even mild winters inflict seasonal damage. According to a new survey from Edward Jones, Female Financial Empowerment, while women have made significant strides in gender and income equality in the workplace, one of the biggest obstacles they continue to face is the tendency to prioritize immediate family needs over saving for their own future. That certainly helps explain what the financial services firm acknowledges. When looking at saving some of their hard-earned money, millennials may want to consider Roth IRAs as their new BFF. The difference between Roth and traditional IRAs or workplace 401k plans is that Roth money is tax-free in retirement. Even as the account grows over the years, helped in large part by compound interest, the original contributions can be withdrawn at any time, for any reason. Americans are more financially prepared for retirement than they have been in quite some time, with special kudos to millennials for the amount of money they've been putting away. Still, Fidelity Investments' latest biennial retirement savings assessment study, which is mostly upbeat, states that many of those surveyed remain at risk,